When I was preparing to be married, my father pulled me aside to give me some sage fatherly advice. I know what you're thinking, but no, he didn't want to talk about the birds and the bees, or the financial woes of a young married couple. As a matter of fact, my parents never talked to us about sex or money. Growing up, we thought they didn't have either. It turns out they have plenty of both. So, he pulled me aside to give me some very powerful piece of advice. Son, he said, if you play your cards right, you can get out of any household chores that your wife might give you. I'm listening. But how can this be done, I asked. That I cannot tell you, son. You must figure out for yourself. Thanks a lot, Dad. I learned my first lesson in chore evasion as a young newlywed. One day, I decided to surprise my wife and do the laundry. She was surprised, all right. I learned two very important lessons that day. Lesson number 1, and I quote, you never, under any circumstance, put anything from Victoria's Secrets in the dryer. Lesson number 2, and more importantly, if you mess up her laundry, you never have to do a load again. And I haven't, not since that very day. While we're on the theme of clothing, one day I was getting my little girl ready for a birthday party, and I picked the cutest little outfit you could ever imagine. Beautiful little plaid shorts and a polka dot t-shirt. Now I can see by the faces of the men that you're thinking, plaid and polka dot, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think I actually heard one of the ladies over here in the first row say, oh no you didn't. And that's what my wife said. The good news is, since that day, I have not had to get the children ready or pick out their outfits. That was such a cardinal sin that I'm not even allowed to pick out my own outfits. I have learned one surefire way of getting out of absolutely all household chores, and that is to have a laparoscopic hernia repair operation. It's true. I had one last month. I haven't had to sweep, mop, cook, or change a diaper since then. The good news is I only had the operation on the right side. So every night I pray for a hernia on the left side. One thing that I have learned in my endeavor to evade all household chores is that when my wife is yelling at me, she's only expressing her true love. Judging by that criteria, she really does love me. She loves me a lot. I've always wondered what it would be like to give a Toastmasters evaluation to one of her rants. It would go something like this. Oh, darling, I am so proud of you. You didn't have one or ah the entire time. I would, however, like to hear a little more vocal variety. Grammatically, it was perfect. I just wasn't able to find the word "ah" in the dictionary. You might want to change that one. All in all, if you would check the Toastmasters website in the chewing out section, you would see that the required time requirement is 3 to 5 minutes. You only went on for 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It felt like 10. If you would have been in a Toastmasters chewing out competition, you would have been disqualified. Men, at this time, I call upon you. I call upon you to unite with me and to rise up in this wonderful endeavor of chores, of household chore evasion. We have many generations of men to come, and we should not and cannot let them down. So men, I plead with you and I beg with you, if any of you learn the secret of successfully evading your household chores to perfection, please email me. Anthony@powerplaytoastmasters.com. Madam Chair.